Hi, Scott. How's it going?
Good, Josh. How are you?
Yeah, great. Thank you. And such a pleasure to speak to you today. I love the
Me too.
series, love
Oh,
the
thank you.
character,
Where are
but
you?
I'm over in the UK.
Oh, great. Wait, in London?
No, in Somerset, so a little
Oh,
southwest.
Somerset. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Great.
Oh, awesome. Well, glad to know you know it. And a couple of years ago, I was on your side of the pond over in Disney World, and I saw people meeting Baymax, as did my wife and I. And he is a character who brings so much joy to people, whether they're just taking a photo with him or hugging him. But for you, what's it been like to see that response over these past 8 years or so?
Well, it's great to see that he brings people comfort and joy. Uh, and the fact that, like, it's great, I think, that they have that walk around character at Disney that you can go up to and actually hug because he's made of the same material that the actual Baymax is. It's a real, like, I mean, uh, there's not many characters that walk around Disney that are made of the same flesh that they that they are in the movies. So it's nice to know that people can go really experience meeting Baymax because it's essentially him. Um, but your question was what was your question?
Just what it's meant to you to see the way people have responded to him and just fallen in love with this character.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel very lucky to be part of something that sparks such joy and to see, especially kids, kind of light up when they see Baymax or hear Baymax coming out of my head, um, is just whatever problems I'm having that day, just kind of melt away because I'm part of something that brings joy, and I know I'm part of it. I'm not it, but I'm so happy to be honored enough to be a small part of what Baymax is and what he means to people.
Oh, that's awesome. And in this series in particular, Baymax has put that superhero costume to one side. And I feel like he's very much a hero in the same way. Obviously, the doctors and nurses, who we were all very grateful for during the pandemic. So what's it meant to you to explore him as a more of a healthcare hero in this setting and the way he actually helps normal people?
Yeah, that's really exciting for me because since the movie, I felt like there was such a big aspect of him which kind of might have been sidelined a little bit for the sake of plot. And uh, as great as Big Hero 6 is as a movie, it's nice to have this kind of these side stories of what he does when he doesn't have the armor on, and what Tadashi and then Hero as well have programmed him to do, which is help people on a smaller scale that doesn't involve earthquakes or supervillains, but just kind of being kind and working with allergies or phobias. Um, and That was something I always wanted to see more of when we were making the film. And when we started making the series previous to this one, I was always hoping to see Baymax at work. And this is really Baymax kind of like freelancing out in the city. It's great.
Yeah, I love that. And I love the fact that when he's helping these people, whether it's intentional or otherwise, there does seem to be a real mischievous side to Baymax with the way he goes about almost not manipulating these people, but helping them in the right way. So that must be a lot of fun for you to explore as an actor as well.
Yeah, he's relentlessly helpful. And there's kind of a connecting theme in these episodes, which is generally the people he's helping don't want to be helped. And that's not going to be the case for everybody he helps, but for the sake of being funny, I think it's fun to see someone not want help and Baymax chasing them down to give it to them. Um, but I think that speaks to a lot of us because we don't always know we need help and don't always uh, let ourselves be vulnerable enough to ask for help. Um, and so it's nice to see uh, people kind of give in to his kindness and allow themselves to be vulnerable.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, as I said, you have been playing this character now for, well, 8 years since the film came out. Obviously, you would have been playing him before that. But having come in and out of this world so often, do you find now when you're in the recording booth, you get a little more freedom to play around with his lines and inject some more of your personality into the character as you have spent so much time in his shoes?
Well, yeah, I don't know how much of my personality goes in there, apart from just, tapping into my most benign self. Um, and I I don't want him to grow too much because then we'll lose sight of him. Um, he's a constant, which I think is very comforting. He will always be helpful. He will always be truthful, and uh, and that's what we rely on him for. And I think I found new ways to maybe make him funny here and there, finding new rhythms and things. But generally, I think the reason we find him funny is because he's he's predictably unpredictable in the different ways he tries to help.
Yeah, for sure. And I know a lot of fans would love to see, given Big Hero 6's connection to Marvel, they'd love to see a live action Baymax in there with the Avengers and characters like
Tell me
that.
about it.
Would you love to maybe come back and lend your voice to that version of the character and explore him in a different sort of way there too?
Yes, write a letter, please, Josh. Write a letter. uh, of course, are you kidding? I would love to see Baymax, teaming up with the new Captain America, or with the Vision, two robots going out there and getting the job done. That would be fantastic. Obviously, I would if they're open to it. I'm open to it.
Oh, well, I will spread the word for you, Scott, because this series, as I said, phenomenal. Had a great time with it, and I hope you get to come back and do a lot more Baymax. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Josh.
Have a great one. Thanks for your time,
You too.
Scott.